Hey, Steve from Flowmaster. Today I'm happy to introduce our new Delta Force cooler intake for the 2011 to 2016 Ford F250s, the F350, the F450, and the F550s, all equipped with a 6.7 liter diesel motor. Now these Delta Force cooler intakes have a black powder coated heat shield, reinforced silicone couplers, all stainless steel hardware, and all systems feature an ultra-trick looking durable cross-linked polyethylene intake tube with a nice Flowmaster logo right in the center. Along with the large high-flow conical shaped filter, it's an 8-layer cotton gauze air filter, ensuring that it will trap more dust and dirt particles than your typical 6-layer filter. This is a 100% direct bolt onto the vehicle, and it's backed up by a lifetime limited warranty, protecting your investment and giving you peace of mind. Now, the tools for the job are basic hand tools can be found in most common toolboxes with no specialty tools required. All Flowmaster products are dyno tuned during the development phases for maximum power gains and efficiency. Now, how about you? But I'm ready to get this installed in this Ford F350 here. Okay, today we're in the shop. We got a 2014 Ford F350 with a 6.7 liter turbo diesel. We're gonna get this old airbox assembly out and put on the new Delta Force cooler intake. So let's get started. First, we're gonna disconnect the sensor, unclip the wire loom, remove the bolt that's holding the airbox on, loosen up this clamp. We're going to remove the airbox first, and then we're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp here, and remove this bolt, and then the rest of the intake tube will come off. So we're going to disconnect the sensor. We're going to unlock it by pulling this little red tab up. Then we're going to squeeze it, and it unplugs. Now we're going to unclip the wire loom from the airbox. We're going to pull on this little clip. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove the bolt that's holding the airbox. It's right underneath this positive battery cable. Now we're going to loosen the clamp and remove the intake tube off the stock airbox. Okay, next we're going to take the stock airbox. I'm just going to pull straight up and it'll lift right out. Now we're going to go ahead and remove this bolt right here. Now we're going to disconnect the hoses from their holder. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp on the throttle body here. And we'll go ahead and wiggle the intake tube off the throttle body. Go ahead and remove it. Okay, we got that old airbox assembly out of the vehicle. We're only going to reuse only one part, which is going to be the sensor here. Now let's go get that new Delta Force cooler intake assembled. Okay, we got our Delta Force cooler intake laid out on the table. First, we're going to start off with the heat shield here. Now on the inside of the heat shield, we're going to go ahead and put on the air filter adapter. Just going to line up the 3 holes. And then with the supplied hardware, we're going to go ahead and put the Allen bolt, the flat washer, and then the lock washer. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the heat shield gasket. Now this may come on excess length, so you may need to trim it to fit your heat shield. We're just going to go ahead and start here in the bottom and work our way all the way around. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the brackets. We're going to first off with this guy right here. And this can go on the outside of the heat shield on the top next to this air filter adapter. We're going to go ahead and put the Allen bolt through the bracket and into the heat shield. Now on the back side here, we're going to go ahead and put a flat washer, a lock washer, and then a nut. Okay, we're only going to snug up this bracket. We want to leave it loose to allow for some adjustment once it's in the vehicle. Okay, the next bracket we're going to go ahead and put on is this one here. It looks like a C shape. And this is going to go on the inside hole, because there's 2 holes here on the bottom. So here's the inside hole, and this is the outside. So we're going to go ahead and put this bracket on. And it's going to go on the bottom of the heat shield. We're going to go ahead and put an Allen bolt, the flat washer, through the heat shield. Put a bracket on. And next, we're going to go ahead and put on the lock washer, and then the nut. Now we're going to go ahead and snug this up. We're going to leave it loose for some adjustment. Next, we're going to put it on a push-on barb on the bottom of the bracket. So we're going to go ahead and put our bolt, the flat washer, and the lock washer. Now this, we'll go ahead and actually tighten it up all the way. Okay, next, now on this inside hole here, we're going to go ahead and put on another push-on barb. And this time we're going to take the bolt with a flat washer and a lock washer, put it through the heat shield. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove the stock sensor off the stock airbox assembly. Okay, we're going to take the stock sensor here. We're going to go ahead and peel off the factory gasket. Just peel right off. And now we're going to go ahead and put on the new gasket. Slide it over the sensor. And we'll go ahead and install it on the intake tube. Now with the supplied hardware, we're going to go ahead and put it on the 2 new screws. Okay, as we tighten this down, we make sure you tighten it down evenly. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the reinforced silicone coupler. We're going to put this one on first. This is the one that's got the little hump here. We're going to put it on the air filter adapter side. And we're just going to push it on. And again, we're going to go ahead and just snug this up so we allow for some adjustment once it's in the vehicle. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and install the heat shield into those factory mounting points on the vehicle. Okay, now let's go ahead and drop this in place. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and reinstall the factory bolt through the bracket. Okay, now that we've got our heat shield securely mounted down to the factory mounting points of the vehicle, now we're going to go ahead and tighten up the brackets to the heat shield. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the reinforced coupler onto the intake side. I'm going to leave this loose and go ahead and install it. And go ahead and tighten down the clamp. Okay. And make sure you got your intake tube clocked properly. The Flowmaster logo should be straight up. And now we'll go ahead and tighten down the clamp to the intake tube. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and tighten down the coupler to the intake tube here on the heat shield side. And then we'll go ahead and tighten down the coupler to air filter adapter. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and reconnect the sensor. We're going to push it into here, click, and then we'll go ahead and lock it down. Okay, next, we're going to go ahead and put on the supplied zip tie. That's going to go in this hole right here. That's going to hold this AC line. It's going to just push it down into the hole. Next, we're going to go ahead and put this bracket that comes supplied in the kit. This is to hold down the 2 vacuum lines right here. So with the supplied hardware, we're going to go ahead and put the Allen bolt with the flat washer and the lock washer. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on 2 of the supplied zip ties through the bracket. Now that we've got our 2 zip ties installed into the bracket, we're going to go ahead and attach them to the hoses. Now we're going to make sure we turn these things in the correct orientation. We'll go ahead and slide the first hose. And then we'll go ahead and attach this one here next. Okay, in the kit there's a 4th zip tie. This is to replace this one here if you break it when you're taking out your stock airbox assembly. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the air filter. Just going to slide over the air filter adapter. And then we'll go ahead and tighten it up. Okay, that concludes our installation here on our new Delta Force cooler intake for the 2011 through 2016 Ford F250s, F350s, F450s, and the F550s, all equipped with a 6.7 liter turbo diesel. Now, installation time on this is roughly about 45 minutes to an hour. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our Flowmaster YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.